Hey, Math Leaguers. All right, here I am. Here is your week 4 wrap up. Just gonna go over a few of the problems. Some of them are kind of quick, so I have a couple more than I usually do. And then we're headed into week 5. And look for email that I sent you about try for a live Kahoot during week 5 on Tuesday and or Thursday evening. You just do one. And if you can't make either one, it's okay. The problems are going to be sent out like Thursday night after the second Kahoot, and you can just do it like you're doing one of our little weekly bonus things. I know it doesn't give you a lot of time, but it's quick. And if you come to the live thing, there'll be an email sent to you with the code for getting in with instructions. If you don't know what a Kahoot is, there's instructions. And here we go. All right. So week 4 wrap up. Question 5 said, it said that these, you know what? Question 5 said the sum of 10 consecutive integers is 5. Well, 10 consecutive integers means like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we start at 1, we're going to get way more than 5. Right? So we know even if we start at 0, we're going to get way more than 5. So we know we have to go into the negatives. That's kind of the whole trick to that whole problem. A lot of trial and error, but if you think about it, if you got 4 numbers on this side of 0 and 4 numbers on this side of 0, that's 8 numbers. 0 is the 9th number. These are all going to cancel each other because a -4 and a +4 cancel each other. So that's 9 numbers and the 10th number is 5. So the question was, what was the largest in those 10 consecutive integers where the sum is 5? The largest was 5. Let's see. Number 9, I did in the hints, and I didn't give you too big of a hint. But in the Pascal's triangle, I kind of tried to get you to think about the row number. This is row 0, row 1. In the hints, I talked about how 1, 1 is 11 to the first, 1, 2, 1 is 11 to the second. The sum of 1 and 1 is 2. The sum of 1 and 2 and 1 is 4. The sum of 1 and 3 and 3 and 1, 4 and 4, that's 8. Okay, so row 3, the sum is 8. Row 4, 1 and 4 is 5 and 6 is 11 and 4 is 15 and 1 is 16. You can see what's happening. The sum of all the numbers in any row is a power of 2. Well, the sum of all the numbers in row 1 is 2 to the first power. The sum of all the numbers in row 2 is 4, which is 2 to the second power. 8 is 2 to the third power for row 3. Even this, 1 is 2 to the 0 power. So the question was, what was the sum of all the numbers in row 9? So instead of having to rewrite the rest of Pascal's triangle, you could have just said, hey, it's in row 9, it was not row 9, row 8. So in row 8, it's simply 2 to the 8th power, which you can do in your head. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256. Okay, there we go. So that one was 256. That one was pretty easy. Number 11 is another one of those Pythagorean theorem problems, believe it or not. Here's Noah riding his bike 8 miles due east, 4 miles due south, 3 miles due west, and 8 miles, again, due south. So you have to ask yourself, how far east or west is he from where he started? Well, 8 that way and 3 that way. He's 5 miles east of where he started. He also went 4 miles south and he also went 8 miles south. So he's 12 miles south of where he started. And then the distance is the hypotenuse of a Pythagorean theorem problem. 5 squared, 25, plus 12 squared, 144. 25 and 144 is 169. 13 squared is 169. And again, trying to get you to memorize 5, 12, 13 is one of your special triples. All right, let's see. Number 13, I'll come back to number 7 over here. Number 13 I thought was kind of quick and easy. It said, I got it over here, sorry. Number 13 said, what's the value of 2x squared minus 3y squared minus 2x squared plus 4y squared when x equals 3 and y equals negative 4? Well, you might have started plugging in 3 for x, negative 4 for y, and figuring the whole thing out, which is great. You could do that. But I want you to notice, I have 2x squared minus 2x squared. 2x squared, take away 2x squared is nothing. I have negative 3y squared and positive 4y squared. So I basically, when you put those together, I have 1y squared, or just y squared. So I can literally just take negative 4 and square it. Now be careful. It's a huge thing in math. This is not squaring negative 4. By order of operations, this is squaring 4. 4 squared is 16, made negative afterwards because order of operations says exponents first. But this is not squaring y. This is squaring y. So it's negative 4 times negative 4 is positive 16. So that one was quick. Number 18, I just thought to think of that in terms of jumps. We have a pattern, a sequence. Arithmetic sequence means it goes up by the same amount. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jumps to get from 12 to 47. So if there's 5 jumps, each jump must be worth, that's a distance of 35. So each jump must be worth 7. So I have 19, 26, and 33. And of course 40. Not too hard. And then this one was pretty hard. It says, here's a square with an area of 169. So it has to be, since the sides are the same, 13 times 13. So here's a square with an area of 16. All right, let me make sure I got that. Yep. So that has to be 4 times 4. And it says, what's the maximum? And it says they share a point in common. Well, if you share a point here, somewhere else besides the corner, then you're not going to have as far to go. It says the maximum distance from center to center. It's further to go diagonally out to the corner than it is to go straight across there. So this is the point that they're going to share to make it the maximum distance from center to center there. And then this is an actual hard one. Like if you're, like going to 6th grade or whatever, that's hard. So what you got to do is you have to say, if this is 13, then this is 6.5. This is 6.5. All right, and then you do 6.5 squared. This is a Pythagorean theorem problem. 6.5 squared plus 6.5 squared is c squared. All right, and then that's going to give you this distance. And then here, from here to here, that's 2 and 2. Sorry, I'm really making a mess of this problem. But 2 squared is 4, plus 2 squared is 4. So that's 8. Okay, so this little distance here is the square root of 8. This little distance here, I'm not going to redo this video. I don't have a calculator in front of me, but whatever 6.5 times 6.5 is, which is going to be somewhere between 36 and 49, and then you're going to take the square root of that. Did I say 30? Like, it's going to... Man, I'm making a mess of this. But let's say it's 40-ish. 40 and 40 is like 80-ish. So this would be like the square root of 80-ish. Okay, sorry about that. And then just type that into a calculator. Whatever that is, that's going to be almost 9, or right around 9, and this is going to be a little more than 2. And then you're going to add them together, and it came out to like 12 was the nearest whole number. Okay? All right, sorry about that. I should have brought a calculator up to the board, but I'm not remaking the video. The joke. I don't think we have a joke for today yet. So the joke is going to be, so there is a person who's maybe not the brightest person. And that person is on a train reading the newspaper. We'll say it's a woman. And there's another woman that looks over her shoulder. And the first woman who's reading the newspaper is crying. And the other woman who's looking over her shoulder says, "Why are you crying?" And the woman reading the newspaper says, "Well, see this headline." So what was happening was that there was some kind of little uprising in Brazil. And so some people were killed, and it said 6 Brazilian people were killed in this little uprising. So the woman who was looking over the shoulder says, "Well, are you from that part of the world? Because, I know it's terrible. I'm sorry you're upset, but this kind of thing happens all the time, right, in other countries." And the first woman said, "Yeah, but 6 Brazilian people dead? Isn't that like half the population of the earth?" It's kind of a morbid joke, but Brazilian, like a Brazilian, she thinks like a Brazilian is a number. All right, I said the jokes are getting worse and worse. I don't know what I'm going to do for session 2. Anyway, have a great week 5. We've enjoyed it, and we'll see you later.